Hello and welcome to this week's installment of the Top 10 Minor Region Power Rankings, where I look at an algorithm and stats to try and figure out who the top 10 minor region teams are in Lol Esports. Because it is stats based, that means I have not watched any of these teams play. I give them all equal treatment. I just don't have enough time to watch minor regions. When we get to international events, I brush up on like the playoffs, but I understand that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, if you are a fan of one of these minor regions, feel free to comment down below with your opinions on these teams or other teams that aren't listed. And just keep in mind that this is 100% stats based, and stats only tell one part of the story. So, two of the five minor regions do not have a team represented here. Latin America, Rainbow 7 would be 18th, and LCO Peace would be 32nd. LCO has already moved on to their second stage of Split 1, where they determine, it's pretty much playoffs to determine which two teams will participate in the PCS playoffs, now that the LCO is part of the PCS. So I doubt an LCO team creeps into the top 10 ever again. 10th place is Hell Pigs. I know a lot of people think Hell Pigs are very bad. Stats-wise, they aren't as bad. Now, I know they're a stream team, so keep that in mind. 2 and 4. Tied went 4, 5, and 13 across 3 games last week. I think the team went 1 and 2. Kind of got to keep that in mind, right? Like, they probably aren't very good, but at the same time, they've won 2 of 6 games. Stats-wise, they haven't been that bad, and that's kept them in the top 10. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the PCS in these rankings. 9th, CB Los Grandes, the first team in Brazil, are 9th in the power rankings at 7-1. They went 2-0 last week. Natuno went 21, 4 deaths, and 21 assists. So, a very good week out of him. That's the team that got Hurrit, formerly from Misfits, as well as Lava from Fred at Brion to, import into CB Low. And that team has started to pick up the pace now and, take advantage of Brazil. 8th place is Impunity. Impunity were really high on the rankings last week. Had a rough week this week, I think, going 1 and 2. They're 4 and 2 now on the year. Driver went 8, 10, and 10. So once again, we have another PCS team with a negative KDA player because they did struggle. I think they played Frank and Beyond, who are above them in the power rankings. I think that's an indicator that they're just not at that level. 7th, SoftBank Hawks from Japan. They are 4-0. Dasher went 12, 5, and 11. They only played one series, and it was against DFM, who are ranked higher than them, despite losing to them. Stats are what they are. I understand that the win-losses are a thing, but game 1, I think, was very, very close. Kills are not like a major part of the algorithm, but just as an example, they have more DFM had more kills than SoftBank Hawks in a loss, in game 1 at least. 6th, PSG Talent from the PCS are 4 and 2. I don't know why it almost says 4 and 21 there. You'd think they'd be 4 and 21. They just signed Junjia to their team, and Husha hasn't done that bad. So at least statistically, I don't know. Maybe if you're watch the PCS, if Hushas look bad, comment down below. Ubao, formerly Uniboy, 17 kills, 2 deaths, 17 assists last week for PSG. 5th, DFM, Detonation Focus Me from Japan, are 2 and 2. There are 2 losses occurring to the 2 Japanese teams on here. Udapon went 9, 4, and 12 in the loss. 4th, Sengoku Gaming from Japan are 4 and 0. They went 2 and 0 on the week. Paz, 15, 5, and 24 in top lane. Loken had a 15 kill game, but his KDA wasn't as sexy as Paz's this past week, and Loken will appear on the list again, I'm sure. Korean import. But Sengoku Gaming, once again, showing that it's going to be between them and DFM at the end. SoftBank Hawks are being pretty, competitive. We'll see how it goes, for the rest of the split here. 3rd is Beyond Gaming from the PCS. They're 3 and 3. Their mid laner, 1116, went 17 kills, 4 deaths, 31 assists in 3 games. CTBC Flying Oyster from the PCS went 5 and 1. Are 5 and 1. Gemini, their jungler, went 20 kills, 6 deaths, 24 assists. If you recall, Gemini was their jungler when CFO played in Worlds last October. Beyond Gaming as well also appeared at Worlds. DFM, PSG appeared at MSI. Quite a few of these teams we've seen at international events last year. Frank Esports, first in the power rankings from the PCS, are 5-1. Kai Wing went 8-1 and 36 in 3 games at support. Pretty impressive. He played 2 Yuumi games where he went deathless. He actually had a 6-kill Yuumi game, which was quite a shocker. Usually you don't want that to happen. But Frank are pacing the field right now. This did happen at points last year where Frank showed to be a best-of-1 team. We'll see if they can follow through on that in the PCS playoffs. Because last year, like I said, they were very good. They had YSKM, who's now on IG, as a reference. So we'll see how that goes. But that's it for the minor region power rankings. Like I said, comment down below if you are a fan of one of these regions and, have a little bit of scouting insight. Feel free to comment down below. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. And thank you for watching.